So, good evening, everyone. So, for today, I'll be explaining what the design patterns are, the three main categories, and how some of the most commonly used patterns work in real software. So, I'll also give examples, diagrams, and real-life scenarios para mas masabtan, mas dali ra masabtan. So, first is, what is a design pattern? So a design pattern is basically a reusable solution to a common problem in software development. So instead of reinventing the wheel every time we face a familiar or same issue, we use patterns because they give us proven, tested, and efficient ways to design our code. So reason why developers reuse patterns is because it saves time, it makes code more organized, and it reduces bugs since patterns are well studied, and it also helps team communicate better by using common terms like factory or observer. So let's move on to the three main categories of design patterns. First is the creational patterns. So these help us create objects in a more controlled or flexible way. So for example, ano, using a bakery machine to make identical cakes instead of baking every cake manually. Next is the structural patterns. So these help us combine and organize classes or objects. So think of Lego pieces. So they connect in different ways to form bigger structures. Next is the behavioral patterns. So these deal with object communication and responsibilities. So like a classroom where student follows certain rules when interacting with a teacher. Next is the creational patterns in action. So I choose the factory method pattern. So I chose the factory method pattern because it solves, ano, sometimes we want to create objects, but we don't want to hardcode the exact class. So the factory method solves this by allowing a method to decide which object to create, making our code flexible. So next is, I'll be providing a simple diagram. So here is a diagram. So imagine this visual. So the creator calls the factory method, and the method access, I mean, the method chooses which product to build. So provide a scenario so where different types of enemies spawn. Instead of writing new zombie or new skeleton or new dragon methods everywhere, so the factory method handles it automatically. Then next, the benefits and drawbacks of singleton. One benefit of singleton is that it ensures that there is only one instance, which is great for things like app settings, loggers, or database connections. Although drawbacks is that if used too much, it can act like a global variable, making code harder to test and harder to maintain. Next is the structural patterns in context. So next we have is the structural patterns in context. So, how the adapter pattern rescues a messy system. So imagine you're working in a system that has grown over the years. So meaning some parts of the code were written ano, lugay na. So and new features use completely different formats, naming conventions or data structures. So when you try to make the new code talk to the old code, di sila magkasinabtanay or so someone that is fluent in English then trying to talk someone who only speaks Japanese. So this is where the adapter pattern come in. So the adapter pattern acts as a translator between two incompatible classes. It takes the output from the old class, converts it, and passes it into the new system. So, ano ra gyud siya murag ano ra niya siya translator. Bali, mura siya gate ano mura siya bridge para magkasinabtanay ang ano ang duha ka language in different systems. So this means that we can keep using old code without rewriting or breaking anything. So why is it useful? So why is adapter pattern useful? It's because it saves old systems from being thrown away. It prevents massive rewrites, keeps the code clean by centralizing conversion logic, and it allows smooth upgrades in large projects. So it's just like buying universal power adapter and traveling instead of buying new phone every time. You just plug your charger into the correct adapter. So next, adapter versus decorator pattern. So let's compare the two patterns that people often confuse, the adapter and the decorator. So both wrap another object, but they do it for totally different reasons. So first is the adapter pattern. The purpose of the adapter pattern is to make the two incompatible interfaces work together. So, for example, a travel plug, adapter that converts outlets shapes. So, for example, if dili masigo sa outlet, ang imo na lang ni kanang real world analogy. So, for example, na kay charger nga dili masigo sa outlet. So, you use adapter pattern. I mean, you use the adapter. So, when you integrate old code with new code, and when two systems use different interfaces, then when you want to avoid rewriting existing classes, the key idea for this is to changes the interface so objects can communicate. Next is the decorator pattern. So the purpose of decorator pattern is to add new behavior to an object without modifying its original class. So, for example, mag-decorate ka Christmas tree. So you start with a basic tree and add lights, ribbons, and ornaments. And when should you use the decorator pattern? So when you want to, when you want optional features, when you want to avoid subclass explosion, when you want to add behavior dynamically. And and it also extends behavior but not compatibility. Compatibility. So, in short, you use adapter pattern when two things can't talk to each other but need to. Then you use decorator when you already have something working but want to add extra features without modifying its core. Next we have is the behavioral patterns in motion. So the observer pattern scenario. So a perfect example for this is a notification system. Let's say many users follow a page, and if the page posts an update, all followers are notified automatically. The key is the page don't need to know each follower personally, so they just subscribe. Next is the no, I chose the strategy pattern. So the strategy pattern improves flexibility by letting you swap algorithms easily. For example, a sorting tool can switch between quick sort, merge sort, bubble sort without changing the rest of the program. So next is the applied analysis. So two design patterns for an online delivery system. So wala yung example. For an online delivery system, I would use the observer pattern. So this is for tracking order status. The rider updates the status, the user, restaurant, and system all get notified instantly. Then, so factory method is to create different delivery steps, standard delivery, express delivery, or scheduled delivery without rewriting code. So, so that is all about, this is all for the applied analysis. So claim that using many design patterns always makes software better is not true. Patterns are helpful, but using too many can make the code more complicated than it needs to be. Good developers use patterns when needed, not everywhere. So that is all for the design patterns and how they apply to real systems. So that is all. Thank you for watching.